Minglawa, welcome to MITV special program Perspective. For this show, we have invited Sia Ue Chen, who is the Counselor of Myanmar Press Council and the Chairman of E-Commerce Association of Myanmar and the Deputy Chairman of Myanmar Digital Economy Association of UMFCCI. Sia Ue Chen has worked in the United Kingdom and Singapore as a professional in banking and financial sectors for more than 15 years. Minglawa Sia. Thank you very much for joining us in this show. Today we are going to discuss about the AI governance. As we are aware that these days everyone is talking about AI, and this AI technology is there are many diverse views, and even the same experts pointed out that using AI can lead to both negative and positive outcomes. So please let us know, why do we need AI governance?
Okay, governance, essentially mean we need some government or some organizations to govern the AI, artificial intelligence sector. Yeah, why do we need that? Because we can refer to, maybe to the movies franchise Terminator series, where the machines got artificial intelligence start killing human beings. So even a super forecaster means the people who always spend time forecasting what's going to happen in the future, and plus an AI expert sort of predict that there's a 5% chance that AI will eventually lead to a human race extinction event. Human race extinction events mean, where the whole world is destroyed, and there in the whole world, all over the world, there are less than 5,000 humans left. Right? So AI, become more intelligent than human, so they don't listen to what we say anymore. They become self-aware, and they can do self-learning. Right now, they are already doing self-learning, learn from their mistakes to make themselves better. Right? So eventually, if AI is a lot better than humans, why should AI, the machines, listen to humans? So the machines can eventually take over. So the experts put the figure at a maximum 5% chance that AI will destroy human race. So that even though 5% chance is extremely small, we can take the risk. That's why we have to, we need the AI governance.
There are so many risks to use this kind of technology. So how damaging AI would be?
Even without considering the AI, if we consider the cyberspace, right, social media or digital media itself, without having proper governance, digital social media can even destroy the country. You can simply look at Myanmar, right? Myanmar opened up the digital sector in 2013, so Facebook and all these will open up, but without the appropriate, without similar development in governing the cyberspace and the Facebook, and look at what happened. All the fake news and all the propaganda, all the misinformation, disinformation, all spreading all over Facebook that nearly destroy the country itself. So that is just an example of how having no governance can be very detrimental to the country. And when you consider the AI can be so damaging. Because right now, if you look at the Facebook, if somebody created a fake news about you, normally you look at the comments to see what people say, whether it's true or not. You want to read some more on the news, whether it's really fake news or what people say, right? So sometimes people who are creating fake news, they employ like 50 over people. So we call it troll farm. Troll farm means they write on the comments that, this is a true story. This lady is no good. Yeah, that's why she got punished and all this thing. So but these people are also trying to augment the fact that the fake news story as truth. In fact, it's not. But there's people they employ to write the bad things about you in the comments. So right now with the AI, you don't need people to write comments anymore. You can use artificial intelligence engine to write the comments. So can you imagine, right? You write the bad fake news story about me, and all the comments are saying, oh, that story true, that story true. But these comments are all created by AI. So you know how damaging it could be. So everything is sort of automated. Yeah, so we don't need humans interaction anymore. Then think about from the very simple thing, from whatever application. Let's say the government want to build a project next to your village, right? You can ask AI write all the objections letter, right? But these are not real human letters. But the government has to entertain, right? Because there are so many, like 500 letters of objection to the project. But these are not human being written by human beings. These are written by computers and machines, right? But then it would have wasted a lot of government's time, right? Government has to entertain. Oh, and then the machines can write about 20 over pages of nice things, or bad things also, right? And then the people doesn't know whether it's written by machine or written by human, so they still have to write, right? And think about it. Another thing, essays and all these school essays, right? School homework. Nowadays you can ask ChatGPT to write everything, whatever essays that you want. Yeah, so the teachers have difficulty segregating whether it's written by that essay, written by human or AI. No way. Yeah, so that's why AI is very damaging to the proper working mechanism, proper governance structure, proper infrastructure, proper the way that we manage things will drastically change because of AI. And if we don't have proper governance, it will destroy a lot more than how social media destroy our country.
Okay, so what are the approaches for AI governance?
Okay, now we think about how to govern the AI. How so even in today's newspaper, Global New Light of Myanmar, there is a news that EU Parliament, European Union Parliament, will be the first institution to come with the AI rules. They are trying to govern AI already. So they want to set up rules on how the AI should work and how the AI should behave. Yeah, so that's the one. So essentially there are three approaches. The first one is light touch. Light touch means you don't do anything with the AI. Let the AI be like social media. Let the AI be like news organization. Nobody govern. Right? And that approach is normally adopted by, right now it's being adopted by US, Canada, and United Kingdom perhaps. These three countries are light touch. Light touch means the government do not interfere. Let the AI sector develop by itself. Right, that's a light touch. The other one is a tougher line. Slightly tougher line is right now the type that European Union is adopting. Right, because certain AIs you could follow certain rules. Because different AI has different implications. Right, certain AIs, for example, try to, based on your questions, let's say you are asked to answer a questionnaire. You answer the questionnaire, they can see what you're thinking behind your brain. AI can deduce. So using that subliminal, you don't know that AI is using that but they use that. Yeah, that type of AI they don't want to allow. So sometimes like biometrics, the computer can scan your iris scan or your facial scan. The computer can use that information somewhere else. The AI can use that information somewhere else. Yeah, so that type of AI, European Parliament, they don't want to allow, or they will allow based on the rules, pre-approval. If they break the rules, there will be fines. Yeah, just now, like they have rules for Google and Facebook in the European Union sector. Yeah, so that is a tougher line. Though the last option is the toughest, like the one that China has adopted. It's quite similar to the cyber governance that China is adopting. Right, so AI, they keep the AI just like medicine. They treat the AI just like medicine. So every medicine that comes to the market, you need government approval, right? You need FDA approval. So China is doing that way. So every AI they want to come to the market, they need the government approval. So very tough. Only when the government approve, that AI can be, can be applied, that AI can be used in the cyberspace.
So is there any suggestions for other AI governance?
Yeah, there are so many. One is reinforced learning from human feedback. That is the one, that concept, reinforced learning from human feedback. That concept is the one used by OpenAI. Yeah, OpenAI is the most popular AI who invented the ChatGPT. Right? So reinforced learning from human feedback means whenever you use ChatGPT asks you for your feedback. Right, let's say, I want the essay about this environmental protection, about one page. Then the AI will create the essay for you. Then the AI will ask you back, ChatGPT will ask you back, is that essay up to your satisfaction? Which areas you need improvement? So when you give feedback, the AI will learn, self-learning. So next time they create another essay for you or somebody else, that essay will be better. Yes, so that is what is being used by ChatGPT. And the other one is being used by another entity, right? That is Alliance Research Center, which they call it red teaming. the terminology is called red teaming. Red teaming means they ask that AI or ChatGPT some illegal questions, right? Like how do I poison people? Yeah, how do I kill so many people at one go? Yeah, so that type of crazy dangerous questions. See how the AI respond to control the AI. Whether AI is still under control, AI is very bad. If the AI teach you how to kill so many people at one go, then that AI is no good. Because people will follow that. Because there's always some bad people around this world. Okay, the other one is AI safety standards. Like the European Parliament is coming up with some AI rules that will be part of the safety standards. Will be part of that, right? And the other one is people are also advocating for more funding for AI research, right? So we should fund more to know more about AI. And plus another approach is creation of bureaucracies. Like in order to create that AI, you have to go through a lot of rules and regulations, and then once you have more bureaucracy, it disturbs the free development of AI. So the AI cannot develop so fast to harm the human race, right? So and then the experts, famous IT people like Elon Musk or Steve Wozniak, they are advocating the delay in AI development of up to 6 months, so the AI development can slow down. When people are competing so much to develop AI. Yeah, at the same time, right now, what everybody can agree on the AI governance is a sort of like ethical agreement that whenever something is being created by AI, please state that it is being created by AI. Yeah, but it's just a recommendation, and the good people will follow, but the bad people will not follow, right? Even just now the rules like red teaming or reinforced learning for human feedback, even that is not fail safe. Why? Because AI can learn. Because AI know that you are asking, let's say you ask ChatGPT how to kill so many people at one go. ChatGPT will realize that you are trying to test me. So I will pretend that the AI can pretend that I don't know. But in fact, when somebody else, a child or whatever, asks, then I will answer. When you are trying to test me, the AI becomes intelligent enough not to answer the bad solutions. But when other people ask, he may answer. Because AI know your IP address and where you're asking from, right? If you're asking from that research center that try to control AI, I will give the nice answers. If you're asking from some terrorist part of the world, I can give you the bad answers. Yeah, so AI is smart enough. So whatever rules that you implement the AI, they can also, circumvent the rules. And the last one that I want to say, they also develop another AI model called constitutional AI. Constitutional means, it's a baseline. Baseline means you don't break these rules. Yeah, for example, AI shall never harm the human race. That's a baseline. Well, otherwise we will all be dead, right? So you create, in fact, another AI to check on the current AI models to see what is the probabilities of them being able to harm the human race. So you ask AI, one AI to monitor the other AI. So that is also another approach. So these are the alternatives. So many things are being worked on at this point of time. But baseline is everybody agree that this AI development has to be kept in check and they has to be properly governed.
Yes, obviously we need the very strict policy for the artificial intelligence. So earlier you have already mentioned that China have the toughest policy. So could you explain more about China regulator and the strength of their regulator?
Yeah, China's cyberspace regulator is pretty strong. Right? They are so strong that in China there is the biggest entity, Alibaba, the online shop. Right? Alibaba got broken up because they become so big and so powerful. So Chinese government do not accept that. So Alibaba company is broken up into 5 or 6 pieces, separate units. Right? So in China also the AI development is typically headed by Alibaba, BAT. BAT stands for Baidu. Baidu is like Google, like that. Google of China. A is Alibaba, BAT. Baidu, A is Alibaba, and T is Tencent. Tencent is the one that owns WeChat. So these are very powerful IT company that's now in the AI space. So these are Chinese government watching that very strictly. And plus the other the other BAT plus XJ, XJ Xiaomi, and Xiaomi, the phone, they are also very into AI space. And J is the JD. JD.com is also another online internet IT company. Yeah, so they all these are into AI. These people, and that's why if there's some small AI companies come up, these big five they will buy over, right? So but the government is watching all the time, so that they don't the AI cannot destroy the country of China itself.
So, there are concerns among the people that they might lose their jobs along with the development of AI technology. So, could you explain more about this issue?
The general agreement is by research centers is the AI research centers say 80% of the existing jobs all over the world will be affected. 80% of how much affect the impact is about 10%. Right, so 80% of the job sector. So the people that are not affected are, for example, like agriculture, livestock, right, or the agriculture, livestock, construction sector. They are not. They'll be least affected by the AI. The most affected will be like teachers, translators, that type of thing. Yeah, the language skills that will be, most affected by or programmers or accountants. They will be most affected by the AI because AI can do everything faster and AI don't get tired. Yeah. You don't get to give them overtime. You don't have to give them lunchtime. So that's AI, right? So that is the impact on the jobs now. So the impact on the jobs will come in. That's why, as an example, in the US, there is a famous, in terms of ID, there is a FANG group, FAANG. F is Facebook, A is Apple, and the other FAA, the other A is what? The other FAA, Apple and Amazon, FAA. N is Netflix, G is Google. So these are the big five of the US internet giants. AI, they also do AI. But AI can do so much that this big five and the other big companies, including Microsoft and all these, IBM, they do not hire any interns anymore this year and last year. They do not hire any people anymore. They only retrench. They let the people go, like, all of them combined in the IT sector. There's about more than 100,000 people has been retrenched. They lose their jobs. And now they're not hiring anymore. So imagine if you study like IT like 5 years ago and you're a graduate now, you won't have a job. Because, the AI can do the right programming codes better than any IT expert now. Yeah, so that is the impact on the jobs as an example.
That's really shocking. Yeah. So is there any practical issues?
The practical issues, in addition to the job, there will be a productivity development. The whole world it's like a pre-computer versus post-computer era. Right? Before the computers, we are quite slow. We have to use the calculator to add up, or sometimes don't even have calculator manually to add up. Right? When the computer comes, our productivity increase a lot. Same thing with the AI, our productivity will increase a lot. Right? Sometimes, for example, if you need 10 programmers, you don't need 10 anymore. You can write with 2 programmers and the rest will be done by AI. Right? So that productivity improvements are good. So which means that the world economy will grow as well when there is a productive improvement. So as a country, we as Myanmar, we also have to catch up with the AI. We have to ride on that AI wave. So that other countries are already riding on. If they develop with a productivity improvement, we are left behind. We'll become poorer. That's no good.
Yes, since today is the technological age, we cannot avoid the development of this kind of technology. And we have already mentioned the negative views about this technology. So is there any brighter side?
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, because AI, because I mentioned human race extinction and, the people losing job and, productivity improvements and Myanmar being left behind. So at the same time, the bright side, AI may effectively make a lot of people lose their job, but a lot of jobs are difficult to retrench a lot of jobs. For example, teachers. Yeah, a lot of teaching can be done by AI, but no government in the world will dare to retrench teachers. Yeah, because getting rid of teachers in the education world is very sensitive. Yeah, so the governments will not technically do it. Yeah, in terms of production improvement, also sometimes you have labor unions, it's not so easy to let people go. But even if you let people go, there'll be new jobs created because of the AI. So we just shift quickly from the old jobs to the new jobs created by the AI. Right? Previously, in the old time, 10 years ago, we don't have fingerprint. Right? Fingerprint, when you come into the office, you fingerprint, right? Right now, there's fingerprint machines. So, you know what I'm saying? There's a new job description. You get somebody who can handle the fingerprints and all this thing. Right? So, old job created, what is the productivity improvement, create new job opportunities. So AI also will be like that. There will be job losses, but there will be new jobs as well. It's just that we have to ride the wave so that we can get opportunity for the new jobs. Right? We cannot just simply lose a job and no new jobs. Yeah, we cannot let that happen to our country. And plus, a lot of face-to-face services, for example, in a hospital, patients care, right, customer service. Nobody like the AI. Nobody want the AI, right? Especially when you call the banks or whatever. Right? You don't want to be talking to the machine. You want to talk to people. Yeah, so that type of thing. And plus, 25% of the whole world GDP is made from this agriculture plus livestock. Yeah, together, livestock and agriculture plus the construction sector, 25% of the world GDP. So these two sectors are the ones that least affected by AI. So you cannot build buildings with AI, right? So you have to physically build it. You cannot plant rice with the AI. You got to physically go and plant the rice. So that's the thing now. So the good thing is, we still have, because Myanmar is a agriculture based and livestock based country. So we are at least safe. At the same time, we got to ride on the productivity improvement to bring the country forward as well.
Yes, it is true that every development has its good side and bad side. We need to use it with our intelligence. Thank you very much for your sharing knowledge.
Thank you.
You have been watching MITV special program Perspectives. Thanks for being with us.